Hey everybody, it's Tox from CritsHappen.com. Thanks for watching and welcome back. I am sitting here about to start doing a critique of Madam Ching, a game that we just recently got and are enjoying. But that's not why we're here. Today is a critical question of the day, and today is going to be one of the toughest critical questions of the day. So Rhiannon from Spooning Meeples recently put an article up about the hierarchy of the board game industry. It talked a little bit about reviewers being in the limelight more than designers. I could make the same argument for designers getting more credit than artists, but this is a longer story for taller beer. I'll leave it at that. But it was very thought-provoking and it was a very good article. Whether you agreed with it or whether you didn't, it's the right type of discussion to start, and I want to applaud her for that. And I want to continue it. So I want to take a piece of that article and have a dialogue today, hopefully with some good, insightful discussion. And before I ask my question, I need to clarify something really quick. While the article was really good and it posed some really good questions, it kind of diverted, I guess is the right word, or digressed, into a little bit of a flame war with trolling. There was someone who posted anonymous comments, and people took offense to the fact that they were anonymous. I'm going to tell everybody right now, direct from the Tox's mouth, I don't care if you're anonymous or not. I think opinions are right for the people who have them. And I can understand completely, firsthand from experiences, not wanting your name associated with public comments. I worked in an environment for a very long time where I could not be myself. And if being myself, talking about my passions and my likes and my dislikes were public, it would have hindered my advancement inside of the organization. So I can completely understand why someone may not want to have their name associated with a comment online. Unfortunately, there was a lot of attacking people and not the ideas. So I'm going to ask that we have a discussion today about the ideas. Whether or not you're anonymous or whether or not you're a name, let's have a discussion about the actual concepts here. So here's the question, the critical question of the day. What do you believe should be the what do you believe should be the commandments of board game ethics? One of the things that was brought up in the article was about people getting games for free and being nice to publishers. I can tell you firsthand, I've experienced both sides of this. There was a publisher when I started that gave me games, and I did a review of their game, and it was good, it was favorable. And then I did another one of a game that wasn't favorable, and that publisher told me, you're no longer getting games. That told me very quickly that I was a marketing tool to that publisher. They didn't care about my opinion. They didn't care about the esoteric discussions I was going to have about their game. They cared about a positive reaction to a game that would reach all 10,000 of you subscribers at once, making an impact to the sales of their game. And that's fine. Don't delude yourself to think that we are not marketing tools. As reviewers, we are. But we are marketing tools to the publishers. We are not marketing tools to the consumers. To the consumers, you care. You may not care about my opinion. You may or may not, which is fine. You may more so care about the game. What I'm about to do with Madam Ching here and go through, show you how it's played, and then tell you my experiences and my likes, my dislikes of the game. You want to hear that from multiple people, hopefully, or you want to hear it from one person. I'll be very straight with you. If you only want to hear one person's opinion, I would highly suggest to get more than one person's opinion. I've had people come up to me and say, hey, I love your show, I'm a big fan, and I wish more people did it like you. And I say to those people, thank you, I appreciate the kind words. I am actually happy that most people don't. I wish that more and more people were diverse. And we are. We're a very diverse group. Just thinking about people come off the top of my head. Lance, the Undead Viking, we'll talk for 30 to 45 minutes. And while some people may not like that, he talks about some really damn good, insightful things about games. He talks about connecting games that you would never think of connecting because of mechanics. He talks about experiences and insights, and I love that. Then you have people like Richard Ham, Rahdo, with Rahdo Runs Through. And he's capable of taking a game, and I don't want to say an imaginary person, because Jen is real, but taking someone who's not part of the video and making you root for them. He'll play the game, and he'll take his little handheld, and he'll go like this, and he'll be like, what should Jen do? Should Jen might want to take this card, but Jen might want to take this card. She wants to get over here, but and somehow or another, it's amazing. You root for Jen. You identify with Jen. I think that's great. We have a very diverse group, and there is no governing body of ethics. So I'm going to ask you, what are the commandments that reviewers should abide by? Should we charge for previews of games on Kickstarter, or should we not? Should we accept free games from publishers, or should we not? As many of you know, I started accepting games from my friendly local game store and not publishers. In fact, less than 5% of the games I get now are from publishers. The majority of them come from a friendly local game store. Something that most people don't know unless you're involved with the charities is that I donate a lot of the games back to charity. So I'm not in this for free games, unlike some people may. Do you think that's a problem, though? If somebody is in it for the free games, is it an issue if someone is willing to put in the time and effort to make videos or written blogs about game reviews in exchange for a free game? Do you think that's a problem? I'm not going to delve into it. I'm going to ask you guys to delve into it. So that's your critical question of the day. And it's going to be really hard, and it's going to be really challenging. What do you think should be the commandments of the board game industry? What do you think should be the commandments of reviewers? And how should we act? Aside from that, I would highly recommend go checking out Rhiannon's article. We'll put a link to it below in the YouTube channel. We'd love to hear everyone's opinion about this. We all have opinions, and I'm a big believer they are right for you. I could have the opinion that Madam Ching's a great game. You could have the opinion Madam Ching is not a great game, and we could both be right. And that's the beauty of board gaming. It is a social experience that brings everyone together and allows us to be different. I love that. So let me know. Leave your comments below. You can, of course, join in on Facebook and Twitter searching Crits Happen, or you can go over to our homepage at critshappen.com. Until I see you next time, which will hopefully be in a few minutes here as I film this critique, I hope you have a great time. I hope you have a good time having this discussion, and I will see you as many times as I can on the internet. Thank you so much for being a fan. Thanks so much for following our show, and thanks for taking the time to comment and let us know what you think. Until we see you next time, keep rolling those dice. We hope they're all crits.